I'm going to bring my abdomen to the mat, tops of the feet on the floor back behind me, and my elbows just kind of resting underneath the shoulders for now, fingers pointing forward. So this is our Sphinx position. But again, the cat-cow movement, a great kind of foundation for how we want to adjust and relate the different aspects of our torso together. So as we exhale, bottom of the pelvis is going to tuck down towards the floor. So this is like our cat pose, right? So we're grounding through the root, similar to that little crunch that we did now, just in the opposite direction. As I do that, it's going to naturally turn on some of the muscles that connect through the core. My upper body now, I want to also find just a light lift. So I'm extending through the upper spine towards the ceiling. Noticing my shoulders, finding a position that feels pretty balanced there, meaning my shoulders aren't too far forward or too far back, but just nice and centered, or I guess on either side of your center, right? Center of the ribs. Okay, so that's the idea. Again, when we go into these other variations, it's not about using the back or the neck or shoulders or straining in any space, but really trying to find that relationship of grounding down through the foundation, the root, and lightly lifting the opposite side of the body up. So the top of the spine lifting up here as the bottom of the spine grounds down. Okay, simple way to conceptualize this. Next step, arms by your sides, foreheads resting on the mat. So we'll start here. Using your exhalation again, guide the base of the pelvis towards the floor, and then as you start to ground down through the pelvis, lift the top of the spine up. You can find the shoulders lift. Again, here, if we pack our shoulders away from the ears, sometimes that creates a little excess tension, so be mindful of that. I actually find bringing my shoulders towards the skull a little bit allows me to lift my arms a little higher. So see what works for you. Okay, release back down. Take a resting breath in at the bottom. Again, working with the breath, you're exhaling to ground down through the root, lift through the crown, lift shoulders, lift arms, inhale at the top. And then again, exhaling, descend, inhale at the bottom. Use your exhale to lift it up. Breathe in. And again, exhale to release and relax for a breath in at the bottom. Stay with that, or changing your arm position, bend your elbows, find a goalpost. Now we're going to exhale to lift up. I'm going to stay lifted. As I inhale, I'm drawing my elbows back. Exhaling, I'm going to reach my elbows out and send my arms forward. Might lose my hands here. Inhale, I'm pulling back. Exhaling, still lifting through the ribs, reaching through the crown, sending my arms forward. And bringing it back down, letting your forehead rest on the mat. Now lastly here, we can have our hands supporting the body on either side of the ribs, arms squeezing in, same energy. Drop the bottom of your bowl down, start to lift through the upper spine. Elbows bent for our low cobra, elbows extend for the high cobra. Notice again where the energy likes to be here. If it's in the neck or the shoulders, can you adjust? Focus more on that lift up through the upper spine and guide the energy through your center. Gently bend the elbows, release back down. And then you can transition back to a child's pose. So big push of the hands, ribs, hips lift at the same time, and you're sending those hips back. Okay? If the push-up doesn't work, come back to the forearms, lift your pelvis, guide the knees forward, and sit back from there. Okay, let's come back up, hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Now, if you find for this the wrists are a little sensitive, you can slide your hands forward a little bit more in space. So decrease the angle of the wrists. Same width with the hands should keep your shoulders in a nice alignment here. So wherever you choose to be with that. Let's go over again the cats and cows now in the traditional position for this movement. We've done it seated, we've done it on the back, on the belly. So now we're going to take it onto the hands and knees. I'm going to exhale, again allowing the base of the pelvis and the top of the spine to just drop towards the floor, using your exhale to find that. On the inhalation, lift the base of the bowl, lift the top of the spine, and you'll find your body naturally arcs into the opposite position, our cow pose. Back and forth, exhaling to round, inhaling to extend. In this movement, our spine reflects the energy as it comes inward and outward. So to explain that a little bit, when I'm exhaling, I'm actually pushing energy out, emptying the breath, so that creates an internal kind of contraction, right? The body itself is drawing inward when we exhale. And to make space for that breath on the inhale, our body naturally expands. The spine participates in that through extending as we're breathing in, and flexing or rounding as we breathe out, right? Which creates a movement through all of our ribs, also through the spaces of the abdomen, the pelvis, the shoulder girdle even, the neck. So we're creating space for the breath, inhaling. We're helping to empty the breath, push energy out as we squeeze in towards our center on that exhale, okay? We'll evolve this movement a little bit. The bird dog position. So on our inhalation now, finding the right leg is reaching back. Left arm extends forward. Same idea on the exhale, we're rounding and bringing those limbs in towards our center. You can think of your elbow, your knee coming towards the navel. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Just see where you can go with that. The other two limbs, right hand, left knee for me, pushing into the floor. So my right leg reaches back, left arm forward. Again, I'm extending on the inhale. Neutral spine, you're not necessarily going into that extension. If you want to go there, that's totally fine if it feels fine for you. Exhaling, bringing the knee and the elbow in, rounding into your cat here. Now we're going to do a slight variation of this. So as I go back, front to back, I'm again inhaling. When I'm ready to go onto the exhale, my left arm reaches out to the left, my right knee opens out to the right. I'm rounding like cat and just stabilizing there. Inhaling front to back, extending through the spine, exhaling, rounding side to side. Left arm to the left, right knee to the right tricep. Next, we're gonna bring that left hand down. I'm gonna bend my right knee, inhaling again, finding the cow pose. As I exhale, the knee comes in towards the chest. And we go out to the side and straight back, lifting center, base of pelvis, crown of the head, we extend. Again, exhaling, I round, bringing it in. Then going out to the side, sending the thigh back, extending the hips, the spine up, and then exhaling to bring it in. And now we're going to switch directions from back behind you. You're going to exhale, round your spine, bring the knee out, in towards the chest. As you're inhaling, you're sending the legs straight back, extending through the spine. Exhaling, round, bring the thigh forward, and in. Inhaling, extend. And last time around. When you send your right leg back, find balance again. Reach the left arm out to the left. As you find your cow pose, you might reach back and find that right foot with your left hand. Pushing foot against hand against foot, maintaining balance. If you can't grab the foot, just hold the position as best you can. 2 more deep breaths here. And we'll release, bringing the hand down, bringing the knee down. And we've been working a lot on that right arm, so you're gonna send your right hand up on the next inhalation, and then thread your right arm through underneath the body over to the left. Two options here. Our easier option, hips sink back. My right arm bone finds the space just in front of the knees, and as I rest my right shoulder, right side of the skull, my left hand can reach forward. So it's like a child's pose. You can also send that left hand up towards the ceiling and then rotate the arm, bend the elbow, and drape the hand behind the back. Okay, other option, your hips are over your knees as you find that right shoulder, right side of the skull grounded. Again, left arm can reach forward here, or I can send my left hand up, bending the elbow, draping the hand behind the waist, maybe finding that right thigh with my with my left hand. Important to keep the spine long, so not letting the neck collapse, but extending through the upper spine, pushing into the floor with that right arm, and reaching back through the hips here. Continuing to twist by pressing down through my right arm, and my left elbow and shoulder opening towards the ceiling. When you're ready to come out, release that left arm from behind your back, or if it's in front of you, just slide it back towards the space just in front of your face. Press yourself up. Give it a couple of cats and cows just to move through the spine after that twist. And we'll, when ready, move into our second side. So again, as I find my extended spine, my left leg now reaches back, my right arm stretches forward. On exhale, elbow and knee come in. Pushing the floor away with that left hand, keeping again here the shoulder in a nice balanced position, meaning I'm not shrugging up too much, not packing down too much. Nice balanced position in the middle there. Inhale, forward to back. Exhale, lifted limbs come in towards the belly. Round through your spine, reach through the upper spine. Extend on the inhale, round on the exhale. Same thing now, side to side. So forward to back on the inhale. On my exhale, I'm rounding like cat, sending my right arm out to the right, drawing my left knee towards my left elbow. Inhale, front to back. Exhale, side to side. And then bring the right hand down, bend your left knee, kick the heel up towards the ceiling. You're exhaling to bring it in, opening out to the side, and then inhaling to send it back. Again, exhale, round, bring the left knee in, send it out to the side, inhale, lift tailbone, lift crown, send the leg back. Again, notice where the energy tends to collect through these movements. Always focusing to your breath, focusing back to your center. We'll switch the direction now, so we're going back. Rounding the spine as you bring that left knee wide in towards the chest, and then straight back up behind you. I like to make sure that my left ankle is flexed, big push through the left heel to give the energy a direction again to flow. Equal push through both hands, so shoulders, upper spine stay balanced. Hold that extension, reach your right arm out, send the right fingers back, maybe find the foot. Pushing foot against hand, lifting tailbone, lifting crown. You find a nice sense of balance here as you open. And as you release, hand and left knee come back down. Right hand planted, my left arm reaches up. Threading that left arm through. Again, the tabletop variation, my hips stay over my knees. I'm making sure in this position that I'm really strong through my left arm pushing down. Let the head reach forward. You're not, again, collapsing the neck, but you're extending, and the hips reach back. Right arm reaches forward here, or drapes behind the waist. That's a lot. You're sinking the hips back, child's pose, arms stretching forward, arm draping behind the waist. Big push through the back of your left hand. Notice my fingers are spread open here. I'm not just kind of hanging out. I'm trying to give that energy a place to go, pushing through the back of the hand, spreading through the fingers. Even here, a light reach through the back of the throat to help lengthen the upper spine. Returning your right hand from wherever it's at, pressing through that right hand and coming up.